few weeks ago, I got to be on a panel with some amazing ladies, and I found one very, very special, and she started something, and it's growing into a little monster here. Please welcome to the show, Megan Walsh. She's the founder of Bridges to Understanding right here in GA. Hi, Megan. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Gina. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too. So it was so great sitting on that panel with you. I was kind of fangirling because you do a lot in the community when it comes to mental health, and I really thought it was important to tell the listeners some of the awesome things that you're doing right here in our backyard.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel like I was fangirling too when I was sitting next to you because I've enjoyed watching this show on YouTube. So I have a support group that I run called Bridges to Understanding that I've been running for over 5 years. And it is a group that is specifically to support families who have children with neurodevelopmental disabilities. And then I also work as a therapist, specifically working with parents of children with autism, ADHD, and other disabilities, as well as adults and young people who have been diagnosed with autism and ADHD.
So you've been in this field for like a long time. Is that what made you, did you feel like there was a need to start this building bridges, the Bridges of Understanding?
Yeah, so it happened during COVID. Our family was really isolated. I always like to say we were on an island. You know, everything was shut down.
Right.
And then you've got children who have disabilities, who sometimes may have challenges going into certain spaces. And I just kept running into parents who were kind of living a parallel life to mine. And there was such a need for a place to get together and find support and resources with each other.
Well, seeing that you've been in the nonprofit and disability space most of your career, are these like, because this started in COVID, were you meeting virtually and now you're meeting IRL, or are these meetings still virtually, or how does one sign up for a meeting?
Oh, great question. So we have actually always met in person.
Oh, good.
We were able to meet outside in people's homes initially, and now we meet in person.
Driveway drinking. I remember those days.
And our drink of choice was coffee. We always meet in the mornings, coffee and pastries. And we would have, now we have our meetings at a local coffee shop. And then we also offer a Zoom option for those people who are unable to attend in person, so they get an opportunity to join us, even if they may not be able to make it to the physical location of our meetings.
I like the fact that it's a physical meetup, IRL, because I really think that you can make friends that way. And when you are meeting another parent that might be struggling with the same thing you are or something different, maybe you haven't gotten to that mark yet in your, child's journey, it's always nice to make those friends and that human connection so real that you just really can't get over the phone or a Zoom or whatever.
Absolutely. We have a lot of families who now have play dates outside of our regular meetings and have gotten to be very close, inviting kids to each other's birthday parties. It's really created a really strong community.
With me today, Megan Walsh, the founder of Bridges to Understanding. When we get back, we're going to talk a little bit about some statistics when it comes to autism and mental health and where we go from here. Stay with me.
Don's Tree Service is awesome.
Love Don's Tree Service. They've come out for a giant oak tree removal, another for some debris removal.
One thing I really appreciated about Don's Tree Service, they come, they take those trees down, and they take everything away.
For a free estimate, call Don's Tree Service, 770-413-TREE, or find them online at donstree.com.
Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. With me today, the lovely Megan Walsh, who I met on a panel a couple of weeks back, and you're the founder of Bridges to Understanding right here in Marietta, Georgia. Although, do you have other folks that come from different areas too, or just is it an East Cobb kind of thing?
We do. We pull from several surrounding counties, and because we do offer that option via Zoom, we've been able to have an even greater group of people join us from an hour to 2 hours away because the topic that we might be presenting on is particularly interesting to them. So most of our in-person folks are East Cobb, Cherokee, Fulton County, but we do get people from even further away to be able to join us.
Megan, what are the statistics regarding mental health and autism when it comes to suicide, depression, all of those horrible things we never want to, think about?
Yeah, that is a great question. I wish I had good news, but unfortunately, the statistics are not good. For folks who are neurodivergent, whether autistic, ADHD, or another neurodivergence, the co-occurrence of things like depression and anxiety are very, very high. Also, our society is not very well set up to serve the unique needs of those who are neurodivergent in terms of sensory things, maybe the workforce. So that adds another layer of stress to folks' lives. So we need a lot of, those folks need a lot of support in terms of mental health, and also like in acceptance and understanding about their neurodivergence and how they may live in this world differently than those who aren't neurodivergent, and be, feel okay about that difference.
I've been checking in with Lyric almost daily. Like, how you feeling? How you doing? This puberty is a life sucker, right?
Yes.
We remember when we went through it. And now to see my son going through it, who is neurodivergent, and you're just like, oh my gosh, are you okay? How's things going at school? Any bullying, any teasing you? Like, talk to me, just to make sure that we're checking in and levels every day, because, everybody's allowed to be sad, right? And there's a big difference between being sad about something or being depressed or manically depressed, that manic state. So I'm checking in all the time. I don't know about other parents, but if you've got teenagers, you should be doing the same thing, right?
Absolutely.
And then there's wonderful therapists like you that do your part when you do need to actually see somebody to help, with certain areas. That's what you do as well, right, Megan?
Yes, that is what I do for my day job. Is I support both the parent and the young person, because a lot of what I see in my practice is that the parents need as much, if not more, support as the kids, especially if the parent does not also identify as neurodivergent. So it can be challenging to understand some of the unique communication or sensory needs that someone who is neurodivergent has. So providing a lot of education around the neurodivergence and the most effective way to parent and support your child. I find that, the parents are a huge part of the equation in the therapeutic process.
And so are the siblings. In fact, you also support the, the non-disabled siblings. Did you start a support group for that, or how is that working?
Yes. So as part of the Bridges to Understanding group, we also have something called a Sib Shop, which is a sibling support group for the non-disabled siblings. We meet once a month at the Schweitzer Library, the first Sunday of the month from 2 to 4 p.m. in the community room. And our group is really unique in that all of the adults who are volunteering to support the Sib Shop are adult siblings themselves. So they also have a sibling with autism or another disability. And it's a very fun, play-based space. They do crafts and they do games and they have snacks and they talk and really just create a community where they realize that they're not the only person who is experiencing living with a sibling with a disability.
I love what you're doing with that too, by the way. I just adore you, Megan, and I want people to feel like they can reach out to you near or far with the Bridges to Understanding. So where can people find you? Where can people not only seek your services for any therapies that they might be interested, but also to be part of this support group? Like I said, near or far, where can people find you online?
Sure. So we have a website. It is bridgestounderstanding.org. understandingga.org. You can contact me directly through the website, and that's how you would also sign up to have regular communication about our upcoming events, including the Sib Shop. And I also am currently accepting clients. I've got a few spaces available right now, and I do offer telehealth sessions in addition to meeting in person for therapy services in our Marietta location. And the website for that is www.cnsl.com.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Megan, and for everything you're doing.
Of course. Happy to be here.
I love that Megan not only supports our neurodiverse and our neurospicy, but she also started that non-disabled sibling support group too, all within the Bridges to Understanding GA umbrella, right? So you can grab a little bit more about that at bridgestounderstandingga.org and find a meeting that's coming up, whether it's virtual or if you want to go IRL. Now also, and this is probably more important too, the whole therapy thing, right? It's so important to talk to somebody. But if you notice, a lot of therapists, a lot of psychologists, a lot of people, they don't take insurance, right? Well, guess what? What Megan does, where Megan works, takes insurance. So if you want to find them online, it's cnsl.com. Insurance, the only thing they don't take is Medicaid, and you can get a telehealth appointment if you didn't want to go in IRL. So that is also something to think about. You know, this whole month we are lighting it up blue, and I'm not going to be recording the rest of the month because I will be traveling at the Autism Symposium. I'm so excited. I have goosebumps because it's the first national conference, and the time that it's coming here to the East Coast. So I'm like so excited to be up in the North Georgia mountains for this. And I'm sure I'll be booking a lot of great people that I meet on future episodes of Life with the Spectrum. So like, comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. Find it as a podcast on any podcatcher. And until next time, we live life with the spectrum. Remember, autism, different, not less. Let's light it up blue the rest of the month of April. See ya.